Guess we're on. So, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Easter. It's been another beautiful day today. I really enjoyed being outside. And so, I hope you had also a good time with family. Maybe not so many this time, but still with family and loved ones. Easter is a time where you celebrate the new. See, the symbolic is the egg or the cross. So the cross also, the cross also is symbolic for sort of suffering. If you see it in like Christianity, for example, but it also implies the cross. If you are on in the center point, there's like no duality. So that's the center, and that's what we also practice in our daily lives, hopefully every day. Like meditation, I mean, is a good way to practice that, to come to, a point within yourself where it's still and quiet. And it's the moment where you feel stress is just leaving your body and you can allow yourself to relax. And maybe you need to cultivate that every day and to make it, a daily routine like eating and sleeping. So very important to stay healthy and happy. So I don't know who's joining, but I'm very glad to be here, and I miss you all in the daily life to see you and to embrace you and hug you. But we do it virtually now, and so I'm happy that you join. If you're new to the class, my name is Daphne Luttger, and I teach Yin also Ashtanga, but for now we do Yin on a Sunday at this time. Today's also going to be a little bit shorter as we had like an overlap. So Irene's going to be after me at I think 6 o'clock. So I stop at 5:45. So it's a little bit shorter. But hey, in Yin, you kind of lose track of time anyway. So enjoy your class. First, come and sit in a comfortable way. So please, if you're new to Yin and you just signed up with the light, then see if you can find some props in your homes. You can use anything like blankets or books, even. You can be really creative with that, cushions, and it will function in let's say, a way where you can support yourself in the practice. So for me, I have my cushion, blocks, a blanket. So, and first I like to sit and to check in, to tune in, and just to relax for a moment. So we do a little bit of meditation. I heighten myself on a blanket, so I feel a little bit of a tilt here. So my lower back is arching instead of rounding. If you're not comfortable sitting like that straight up, sit on a chair, that's fine too for meditation, or maybe on your knees and a cushion. So take a deep breath in where you lift the shoulders up. Deep breath, roll them on the back and exhale. So you bring your hands on your knees or in front of you. Just slightly drop your chin in and close your eyes. If you prefer to keep the eyes open, that's fine too. Just gaze somewhere on the floor then. And take a couple of conscious deep breaths in. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose. And just out through the mouth. So see if you can inhale for 2. And exhale for 4. Inhale for 2. And exhale for 4. Inhale for 2. And exhale for 4. As you find a little bit of a rhythmic breath and see if you can bring that breath down towards the belly. So as the belly expands on an inhale, the exhalation just follows and draws the belly back towards the spine. So continue that deeper way of breathing, but not forcing it down. It's just a very conscious deep breath in, and then you return to a more natural way of breathing. So whatever feels right for you. And see if your mind is busy. As we all are busy from time to time in our minds, in our head. Just allow yourself to have your thoughts, but not becoming involved. So you're not going into the story. Just keep a little bit of distance so you can observe your thoughts, allowing them to come and go like clouds in the sky, metaphorically. And as you deepen that breath, you anchor more into the present moment. You can also practice that, come to your senses, like we perceive the world through our senses. Notice what you hear right now, so the sense of hearing. Maybe subtle noises in the background, my voice. You can see, maybe even with your eyes closed, something, maybe a sense of light. Maybe these molecules dancing. And just smell what you're smelling. Taste what you're tasting. Feel what you're feeling. Maybe there's the breeze of air. Feel on your skin. Anything. As you move more inward, it becomes more quiet. So take a moment to sit and to be very quiet right now. And we'll guide you back when the time is up. So take a deep breath in. And just exhale. Feel like you can bring your hands in front of your heart space in Namaste. Set an intention for today. And gently open your eyes, keep your gaze soft, and just stretch your legs out for a moment. You can lean back and just simply circle the ankles. You can rub your legs. And you can place your hands behind you and walk your feet towards the edges of your mat. So you take a deep breath in, you allow the lumbar spine to arch and drop the head back. Take a deep breath here and exhale. You can drop your knees to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. And just do the opposite side, gazing over the left. Just a couple of times. And then come back to center. So we're gonna start in butterfly. Now make sure that you have your props close by, as you don't want to reach too far back. I always like to sit a little bit higher, as I always feel that it helps me to make that forward bend and also to keep my spine up straight if I'm sitting for meditation. So that's why I take a little bit of this height. Bring the soles of the feet together, not too closely in. You don't want to create too much tension, but just a nice diamond shape just in between the legs. The knees will drop to the side. If you feel that is quite challenging, you can always support the legs with blocks or cushions or books, anything you have at home. And then kind of sway your way forward and round your spine. You can drop your hands on the side of your feet, or maybe your body doesn't allow you to go that deep, so you can stay here. An idea for props is maybe to support the head with a bolster and a block and resting your head on it. So find your comfortable way of sitting. Just a reminder is that we do yin with the muscles relaxed. We're not in a hurry at all. It's the opposite. We want to slow down. And so you can round your spine really. And also the head just hangs down. The shoulders are heavy. And see if you can still make contact with the belly area. So we do yin with the muscles relaxed. We sink into the posture. Let your body get used and adapt to a new situation. It takes a little bit of time to come to that point where you feel that you can really let go and surrender. And until then, you will find your body being in resistance. And this can also be just a mental resistance. Or sometimes it's the emotional body that's very sensitive and all kinds of feelings, emotions arise. And the idea is that you just allow that to happen without really connecting a story to it, without getting involved, just the observant, just to be observing that, what comes and what goes, knowing that it's just an emotion or sensation arising. And knowing also that it doesn't stay. So you tap in more to, maybe you can call it the vertical line. Think about the Easter cross, where you just move yourself to that center point where there is no vertical or horizontal, there's just the center of it. Maybe there's turbulence outside there, but you just keep sitting still, observing that turbulence. This mind waves coming and going. And always when there is a new beginning, the old is not relevant anymore. And simply by letting it be, the new will be born at each moment. When the old just leaves, the new arises, and this ongoing process is always there, even if you're not aware of it. It happens on a cellular level. And so you can just observe with a fresh mind, with a new mind, letting go of the old stuff. Don't bring it into your new reality. Becoming aware and just letting it be. Your body starts to relax more when you allow, to soften and to melt and to merge. So that's it for a little while in silence. Move inward. And keep a sense of curiosity. And your body starts to open a bit more so you can move a little bit deeper into the pose. Remember, you don't want to feel any pain, more the sensation. And somewhere on the scale of 0 to 10, around 7. Nice deep breaths here. Notice where you feel the sensation and breathe into an edge. So you slowly want to come out of it, but take your time, don't rush. So just to an upright position. You can grab your knees and bring them together. you're sitting on a blanket or a cushion, just move off the blanket or cushion and just lie on your back. And just simply hug your knees into your chest. And you can hold on tight to the knees, or you can just sway a little bit from side to side as you massage the spine and the sacrum. And take a moment to rest here. You can just drop your feet on the mat and just drop your knees to the left and also to the right. And you come back and hold on to your feet. You're going to do half happy baby, so not full pose. You're going to let go of the left side and make sure that you have your cushion if you want that. I hold my right foot on the inside and I feel the external rotation of the right thigh bone. And just put a cushion on the left side. Sometimes it feels nice to have something heavy, especially when you feel that you're tilting. Tuck your chin slightly in so you lengthen through your neck as well. Maybe your left knee is bending a little bit or maybe a lot. Just allow it to happen. You don't need to straighten the leg all the way out. If you can't hold on to the foot, you can of course use a belt or a towel or anything, a rope, or just bring the heel in towards the pubic bone. So you can do that too. You want to feel some compression in the right groin here. So take a moment to find your edge. Close your eyes. So it is easier to move inward. It's all about exploring the inner world, taking time for that. You can always come to your senses as it's really a tool to tap into the here and the now. So same thing here, see what you're seeing, hear what you're hearing, taste what you're tasting, feel what you're feeling, smell what you're smelling, maybe all together. Maybe so that your legs are starting to shake a little bit. And that's okay. Allow your legs to shake. Relax your shoulders. Be very aware of the fact that you want to relax your muscles. Take your breath towards those places where you feel it's challenging. So whatever comes up, whatever difficulties you encounter, it's really a way of healing yourself by allowing not only the good things or the easy stuff. We all love to feel great, but that's not always the case. So allow yourself to feel a bit off if that's your reality right now. You just want to keep bringing in the truth. And that's really also a personal thing. It's a universal thing, but at the same time, a personal thing. It's a combination of both worlds, and you kind of want to master them both symbolically again across if you move to the center. And see what comes up if you kind of visualize that for yourself. Move into center of that crossroad. Just first, let's move to the other side. So if we take up the left leg again, put your cushion to the side for a moment. Hold on into happy baby, and then very slowly and gently allowing the right leg to extend. And if you want, take that cushion again and place it on the right side. Feel for a moment into your hips. It's really an intense hip opener. Feeling the psoas stretching on the right side. So finding your edge here. Become very quiet. And move yourself to that center point. And it just popped in my mind was the tree. So symbolically with like deep roots into the earth, maybe representing the horizontal, and then the branches that, of course, the stem, and then the branches that reach for the sky, representing that what's more invisible source energy, or you call it God, many names for it, doesn't matter. It just represents that invisible side of our nature, our spirit, our soul. We still need to clean our bodies here. Our beautiful, precious bodies to manifest our dreams and desires. And we like to have manifest in our lives. We do it through the body, of course. It's our tool here on this planet. And even though the body feels in resistance right now, for sure you feel you're in it. So take a conscious deep breath into that area where you feel the challenge. And it's also okay to come out of it before, take a break and come back into it. You don't need to push yourself to any limits. So it's your decision. So you want to be kind, gentle, and respectful. It's really beautiful qualities you can practice in yoga practice, whatever kind of practice that you do. Bringing that kindness and softness moving into your heart space. Let's take a few more breaths here. And simply allow your heel to drop, maybe first, put the cushion away. Hold on to both feet for a moment. Push your tailbone down, tuck your chin in, take a deep breath. And happy baby, then release your legs. Hold on to your knees for a moment and just let your Knees hang into your hands and then circle, big circles. Feel your thigh bone, the femur bone, moving into the socket. Move your left knee to the left, your right knee to the right as you meet in the center each time, each round. Take about 4 to 5 rounds and then just move to the other side. You don't need to look at me. It's really intuitively how you do this. Just big circles. Nice and easy. Very good. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest tightly. Your chin in. Take a deep breath. And just exhale. Lift your legs up towards the sky. So you place your hands underneath the buttocks with the palms down. Contract your belly muscles when you lower the legs until you hover above your mat to hinge to an upright position. And then the next one will be saddle, which is quite intense. You can do half saddle or maybe supported bridge. I will show the supported bridge pose, but first let's see what you can do in saddle. Now here, you can do without any props or take something big behind you and just lie down on it. You want to make sure that you support the sacrum and the lower back is also a little bit of a back bend, and it's definitely a thigh stretch. Now, maybe if you lie down on something like this, you can place your hands in your belly or maybe stretch your arms all the way overhead. That can be done too. So this could be a way to do it. Remember, it's also an ankle stretch, so maybe fold something there if you feel it's very tight. Make sure that you have no pain in your knees. You always want to, let's say, move away from any pain with the knees. Otherwise, you can also do the supported bridge pose. So make sure that you are comfortable with the height. So the height is very personal too. You can take the block like this or move it even more flat. You really want to stretch your legs out. So here we kind of like not having any knee or thigh stretch, but we still have a stretch on the psoas. So this would be very nice. You can go very high as well. It's also a back bend, so that's why it's called supported bridge pose. So this could be a way to lie down as well. So see what you prefer. So support, take your time to get into it. If you are in like some kind of pain in the knees, come out of it, then you better take the block. Okay, so I'm gonna go into saddle. So I really like this one. And I take something heavy on my belly. So I like that too. And actually I can close my eyes as I have like an eye pillow. Maybe you have one at home as well. So you can close that, you can put that on your eyes. Maybe reaching your arms overhead or to the side or on your heart, your hand on your belly. Just check in what feels most natural and comfortable. And move inward again so you allow your body to soften. If you feel your lower back is quite sensitive, then fold the blanket or roll the blanket underneath it. And just become aware what you feel, what you experience. And simply let it come and go. No need to interfere, to fix. No need to do anything, just to be with that what is. And kind of shift your energy from the left side of your brain into the right side. So from more cognitive thinking, analyzing, detailing, thinking mind to the more feeling, experiencing, creative mind. It's the right side. The more and more you will practice this, the more you feel that also during active time of day, you're gonna feel more relaxed and not getting so aroused by everything, managing your stress levels. That's when it becomes interesting because stress is really the gate to any kind of discomfort and disease eventually. It's really known already. So building a strong immune system is that you just simply do this practice every day, meditate every day, not identify so much with what's happening out there. Becoming more a friend of yourself and trusting that you really know what's good for you. Nobody's going to tell you that. Something you know deeply inside of you. The heart knows. So see if you can stay another minute and a half or so in the posture that you choose. Feel free to come out of it before, of course, to let's just be quiet. Sink into that silent and sacred space, which is always here, available in the present moment. And so the last minute, Breathe deeply into your belly as you feel the expansion of the belly. On an inhale, gathering chi, and with the exhalation naturally filling. Just one more deep breath in and exhale out, empty out. And now see if you are on a block. Put your feet into your mat, so bend your knees and just take the block away and then hug your knees into your chest. If you are in full settle, contract your belly muscles and then slowly move to an upright position as you come on your knees. And then very slowly move yourself into child's pose. So take your time for that. You can bring the arms along the side of the body or maybe resting your forehead on your arms. If you feel that you can't sit with your buttocks on your heels, then put like a blanket or a cushion in between. So either on your back, maybe massaging the spine and the sacrum, or come into child's pose. Just resting here, breathing. And take about a minute. And then slowly coming up into Seiza. So see the position. If you're on your back, just hinge yourself to an upright position or roll yourself to an upright position. And then coming again into, let's say, another hip opening pose, as maybe you already noticed that we kind of trying to open the hips. So the psoas and also, let's say, the thigh bone moving out into the socket. It's all a way to create some space there. The next one will be frog position. It's quite intense. So fold your blanket somewhere at the center of your mat and bring your knees as far out. Remember that you want to have your props in front of you. You can reach always out for a bolster or anything, a block. So if you come with your knees on the outside of your mat, kind of bring your feet also out. So it's like an angle of 90 degrees where the knees and heels are in one line. You can flex your feet for a moment just to make it look like a frog, I would say. You can also point your feet. It really doesn't matter. But when you lower down, kind of come on the elbows first and find an edge. You want to kind of push your buttocks back. So you want to feel the inner thigh stretch. You feel this in the groin, but you feel it on the inner thigh. So if you're very externally rotated, this might be so that you come all the way down flat, but you don't want to just lean too much forward and just get out of the stretch that we deliberately creating. So you really want to push your buttocks back, and from there, reaching to a place where you can lie down. So this is an idea how you can do it. Or you take a bolster if it's just too intense. You can also rest on the bolster because you still feel the inner thigh stretch like this. All right, so find your edge. Your arms, you can just rest to the side or anywhere it's comfortable for you. And take a moment here. And keep your feet outward. Just allow your body to melt and to merge. I'm not going to say 5 minutes, just a little shorter period of time because it's really intense, I know. It's very good to stretch the inner meridian channels, liver, kidney, really boosting your immune system like this. Releasing the body from toxins and stress. Remember to relax your muscles. Deep breaths in to the belly and just let it flow towards the pubic area, into the groin, inner thighs. Breathe through that resistance. Just one more minute. And slowly. Maybe first on the elbows, you take a couple of breaths here. Best way to come out is to come on your hands first. Kind of push yourself up, bring your toes towards each other, and then step your knees into the center line very slowly. Rounding the back, and then sitting back on your heels. And again, you want to come into child's pose. So you feel the release of inner thigh stretch. And then on your next inhale, come to an upright position. And let's move to the next one, which is straddle. And here you can fold your blanket again into, let's say, something like this so you can sit on it. And straddle is basically with the legs apart. See how far you can bring them and also feel the inner thigh stretch. So it's the same kind of stretch you feel in frog position, just a little bit different as it also involves a little bit of the calf muscles here. So you can bend the knees or put something underneath if you feel that it's too tight for the hamstrings. And then move your upper body forward. And you can also, because you're at home and maybe you have a wall where you can put your feet up. So I'm just going to show you briefly. This is not really a wall, but it will do. So if you move your buttocks against the wall sideways, and you will just bring your legs up and just pull yourself towards the wall and bring the legs apart. You can do this. So this would be nice at home to do and to try, to have a wall where you can kind of feel that gravity is doing the work for you. So your feet just fall out. If it becomes too intense, you bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly. So either with the legs like this, or at some point you bring the feet in together. So we'll come to the other one. So yin is basically a very simple practice. There's not many poses, but there's a lot of variety. It's really about the target area. So if you feel the target area, then it's okay. And it doesn't mean doing it in a forward bend is better than against the wall. No, it's not. It's really the same effect. And especially when you don't have a lot of movement in the hips, then it's very nice to practice this wall yin. And so if you come forward and you feel that you need support with a bolster or a block, you can do that, of course. So find your edge. Become very quiet. And you're just going to stay for a while, noticing your breath. Noticing the sensations in your body. Being aware of the resistance. Invite yourself to feel it all, to experience. And check in for a moment if you feel that you're not letting your feet fall in or out. I mean, check in for a moment if your feet are falling in or out and that you're not flexing your feet so you don't create any tension there. Remember, we do it with the muscles relaxed. Completely let yourself melt in to the earth. It's nice to bring yourself into that stillness and knowing that for now you just don't have to do anything basically. If there's any doing in this, it's maybe the commitment to your practice on a daily basis. Because you know it's so healing and so good, especially in these times where it's so challenging. So you feel you're kind of like forced in a situation, kind of restricted in a way. But in the here and now, when you are in your body in the moment, there is no restriction. There's absolute freedom. And you can tap into the present moment. And sometimes you can even have the experience that you're moving into that bliss field. It's really that timeless space you move in. Just feels so nice. So if you're at the wall, just bring your legs together and hug your knees into your chest. If you're sitting in straddle or dragonfly, you can just bring your legs together and hug them in to your chest. Wrap your arms around. You can round your spine and drop your head down. You can just kind of sway from side to side and just enjoy that release of the inner thigh stretch. So if you're at the wall, you can move back on your mat. And for the others, just stretch your legs out. Maybe arching the back for a moment as this is nice for a counter pose. As you take a deep breath in, drop your head back, exhale. And come back to center, roll on your back. So we're going to make a twist. Here, remember that you can use props under the knees. Bring your right knee over the left. You can hook your foot behind the calf and then drop your knees towards the left. The left hand can be placed on the right knee as you extend the right arm overhead. Take a deep breath in. Turn your head to the right. And just exhale. Feel a nice and gentle twist in your spine. A little bit of a gluteal thigh stretch, maybe. Prefer just to bring your knees to the side, just knees alongside of each other and drop them to the left. That's also fine. So remember, there's no good, no bad. There's just difference. And when you know, when you listen to your body, you exactly know what you need today. And as you breathe into your belly, you can feel the gathering of chi and then feel how it flows into your sideways, into your lower back, mid back, upper back. And on an inhale, coming back to center. And just hug your knees to neutralize here. And when you're ready, you move to the other side, maybe using your bolster here. On the right side, when you drop your knees to the right, extending the left arm overhead. So when the left knee moves over the right knee, drop into the right, and then turn your head towards the left. So kind of like put the emphasis on your left shoulder. And just take a nice and deep breath in. Just fill your belly up with chi. And then melt into the pose. And on the inhale, come back to center. One more time. Hug your knees into your chest and you can circle around on that spinal sacral area. Clockwise, counterclockwise. And then you can lift your legs up towards the sky. Hands underneath the buttocks. Contract your belly muscles when you lower the legs until you hover above the mat. and hinge yourself to an upright position. It's already time to lie down for Shavasana or sit up for meditation, as I'm gonna do the second option. If you lie down for Shavasana, make sure that you're comfortable and warm. If you prefer to end your practice in meditation, you want to be warm too and in a comfortable way of sitting. I'm just taking my blanket to pull that around the waist. It's always good to keep the kidneys warm. And so when you lie down, make sure that your feet are maybe a little bit wider than your hips, your arms resting along the side, or maybe a hand on your heart, hand on your belly. Both is good. If you're sitting up, make sure that the spine is supported. Hand can rest on your knees or in your lap. Maybe take one more deep breath. When you lift the shoulders up, roll them on the back and exhale. Drop your chin in. Close your eyes or prefer to keep them open. And either if you are in Shavasana or sitting upright, check in, tune in. Notice how you feel, the effect of the poses. Notice how your body feels. If there's a sense of restlessness, allow yourself to feel that. Feel if there's any tension you could let go of, maybe a little bit deeper into that relaxation. Don't worry about the time. I will bring you back when the time is up. slowly in your own time. Coming back. If you prefer to stay in Shavasana a bit longer, you can do that, or continue your meditation. You can do that too. I'm just gonna guide you out of it. I prefer that. So you maybe wanna bring your hands together in front of your heart space. Just a brief reminder of the intention of today's practice. Namaste. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. It was lovely. Enjoy your Easter evening and see you next Sunday. God bless you.